autumn planting or sowing. This is my melon cold frame, and still there are melons to be harvested. There I can see there's one there, and there's one there, there's one more in there, and there are two there. So there are 11 melons or Indian cucumbers to be harvested, and I need to do this so that I can plant my autumn or winter sowings in there or plant the seedlings. First task has been completed. So I took off all the weeds and plants. Obviously I harvested before I took the plants off, and the bed is very dry because I only target water where the plant was when the plant was alive. So now I need to drench this bed, make sure that it's properly drenched. Lucky we are allowed to use the hose. You can see that yellow hose there, and I'm going to drench it. Maybe I use half an hour to 40 minutes just this bed. This is 12 feet, I think 13 feet long by 4.5 feet width bed. I'm going to drench it because I want soil to be wet before I plant anything or sow anything. So this is how I drench my bed. This will be the last time for this year I'm going to drench this bed, because before I plant anything or sow anything, I want my full bed to be properly drenched. I would say around 4 to 6 inches water level, because plant maximum it sends the roots. The plants I generally plant during the autumn or winter, it sends the maximum up to 4 inches down. That's why I need the soil should be moist, and I don't generally water during the winter and autumn. Very rarely, maybe once in 2 weeks, maybe once in a month during the winter. So water is always available to the plants. So that's the main reason I drench it. So it takes around 30 to 40 minutes. I water this bed thoroughly and properly and take it from there. The next task is to add or supply some of the organic stuff for plants. And please note, organic fertilizers or anything that organic, it takes 3 to 6 months to be available for the plants. So if I add now, by next March it's available for the plants. However, the plants I'm going to grow during the winter, they don't need much organic fertilizers or any fertilizers, because the fertilizers are already available in the ground. So the fertilizers what I added, we call these powders, you think, is fish blood bone and bone meal, Kaiserite, half and half, which is a nitrogen, and on top of this I am going to put 5-year rotten horse manure. I am not going to disturb the soil. Mine is no dig, apart from one potato bed I do dig every year. Apart from that, I don't dig any other beds or places for the plants to be go in the ground. So now I am going to add the horse manure on top of this. That will be 4 inches minimum. That means this 13 by 4.5 feet bed, it needs at least 12 to 15 bags. This is the horse manure. This is 4-year-old. You can see lots of earthworms. There are thousands of earthworms, which is very good for the soil. And this is 45 liters of bucket. I'm going to dump 10 buckets of this manure into that bed. So this is the horse manure I have added. I added 15 bags of the horse manure and I leveled it up. I'm going to drench only the top layer of the horse manure so that all the good stuff basically sinks inside and also go to the level of the soil. Previously I added the organic fertilizers, that's what I called soil level, and that's it actually. Once I have done that, then I can start either sowing or planting the seedlings. At last I finished the last task of sprinkling the water on the manure, and now the bed is ready for sowing or planting. If it is sowing, I'll give a day or two so that all the wetness is slightly dried up, still moist, and then I sow the seeds. For planting any seedlings, I can straight away plant and I don't need to water because there is plenty of moist and water inside the bed, I mean under the soil and manure, so that I don't need to water for the seedlings. So this is it, and hopefully it's going to be helpful for some of the people who are watching my videos. And as I mentioned, this is the no dig bed and no chemicals, only pure horse manure and some of my organic fertilizers. That's it. And this bed doesn't need any fertilizer till next year October time or maybe September time. I will do the same process, I'll repeat the same process for next year as well. That's it. Thank you very much again for watching my videos.